of Wovertech into this conversation. Sanjay, you have done incredible work in your field through artificial intelligence. You have streamlined a plethora of problems, that at the end address consumer ease. How difficult is it for the DGC, or for that matter, the government, to look at this, from a technological challenge standpoint?
Yeah, so that's a great question, Vinit, and thank you for having me. So I think, in addition to adding what Mr. Sanjay said and Colonel Bakshi said, first of all, I think, as Colonel Bakshi said, there should be overall ownership with someone and not in bits and
Wing
pieces.
commander.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, so Wing Commander Mr. Bakshi said. So, if there is an overall ownership with someone, then implementing technology is easier. And I would, if I look at the entire mess, I always look at any mess is probably a potential opportunity of really streamlining things. So let's consider if we achieve, and we don't only look at this as one instance, but look at all the cancellations, all the frustrations, all these problems, for different reasons throughout the year. If we implement actually, I think three things. The first is clear and real-time communication with guests. As soon as airline knows something, it should be communicated. I think unnecessary delays, manipulated communication is the bigger problem than anything else. Okay. Uh, that's one. Second, let's consider the case when I'm booking a flight, or when, I'm waiting from my flight booking to my check-in. In during the entire process, if I can see the chances of flight getting delayed or flight getting cancelled, because from a historical data, from a weather forecast, there is always a way to figure out, okay, there is a 30% chance this flight might get delayed or this flight might get cancelled. This kind of information transparency would really help customers to know that, okay, what can happen with me. And the passenger slapping pilot is unfortunate, but these kind of things can be handled by clearly communicating things, because one set of things can be done to improve and fix the problems, but it cannot be avoided. So after clear communication, whenever the information is available, even well before the cancellation, if there is a chances of flight getting cancellation, if we started communicating through different channels, airlines directly, OTAs, about the potential cancellations also, that will also help customers preparing psychologically. And the third solution, which is important, I just experienced last week only when I was actually taking a connection from Pune to Delhi and Delhi to Washington. So let's say if the flight, my Pune to Delhi connection is getting delayed, airline already know that, okay, I have to take the next flight. If someone reach out to me telling about, okay, we understand you have a next connection from Delhi to Washington, but this is the time we are reaching. Think about the kind of comfort I would get. Because while waiting for a delay, so I was taking a flight last week, which is 7:35 in the evening. I got updated at 7:30 that flight is delayed by an hour. I'm sure, if the takeoff time is 7:35, airline and everyone knew well before that, okay, flight is delayed. So I think, again, all these communication by trying to understand the customer context, and, all the gathering all this data and leveraging AI and prediction algorithms can really, change the entire experience for guests and travelers, in my opinion. And, it's a high time that should be looked upon. Technology can be built quickly, but a lot of this data is really with the authorities like DGCA. They have to take the ownership, like, Wing Commander said, and really work to bring these technical solutions in place for everyone.
Very good points, Sanjay. Very good points. Appreciate that.